is a throw up too, because most defensive tackles aren't ready their first year to come in and contribute. So when you just talk about needs in the draft, it's really just on the offensive line. So
Mm-hmm.
I would prefer them not to move back at all, and
Mm-hmm.
give up maybe a couple of late round picks and move up further far enough to get a offensive line player that can help you day one.
Mm-hmm.
That's something that actually works out more, 9 times out of 10. Look at Tyler Smith. You know what I mean?
I think guys like for the one technique, you know what I'm saying? I think that they can make a difference. I mean, those guys being brute strong, being able to be at that one technique spot, clogging up holes. I think that they can be able to make a difference in their rookie year. Shout out to everybody. I just connected. I just connected
Figured it
my
out.
YouTube. I'm still learning how to do this thing on your side, so I'm connected now. What's good, y'all? Shout out to everybody. Jameson Taylor, Cameron, what it do? Hoodlum, what's going on, man? Much love to y'all. Thank y'all so much, man. Anybody that's coming in on my side, my boy HTM, make sure y'all subscribe to his channel. He is the whiz around here. Very good mastermind when it comes down to our Dallas Cowboys. And yeah, man, good energy, man.
Already, brother. Appreciate that. And
Mhm.
y'all over here in the liquor store do the same, man. Go over to JC Lounge. You already got your beverage, of course, because you're in the liquor store. It's BYOB, so tap in with my boy, man.
I know, right? Hey, look, in the JC Lounge, bro, we always turning up, but it be Fridays. I be turning up on Fridays. I went live with Coach Marv too. We was actually doing mock drafts and everything. It was pretty dope. You know what I'm saying? We had a good night because the first hour was with Jordan Addison's granddad, and then the last 2 hours we did a separate show with Coach Marv on there as well. So everybody's having that draft fever right now, and I know you are so excited when it's for you to be at the draft of this coming Thursday.
Man, I'm excited, but it's a mix of excitement and I'm ready to get through this shit. 'Cause,
I
I'm
know,
ready.
right?
I'm ready to know who the hell the Dallas Cowboys are going to have. Going to training camp at this point.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, yeah, facts. Because then after that, then we can start working on these guys. I'm gonna be so busy because my breakdowns. It take me a long time to do mine. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Because
this
I be
man up,
making movies.
this man up here trying to see what he did in middle school.
Everything, bro. I'll put it together. But entertainment is everything, and we all do a very, very good job of that. And I just can't wait to see how it plays out. But as far as you were saying, you know what I'm saying, with that defensive tackle position is going to be very important. So Siaki Ika, right? He's one of the guys I like because being brute strong, Samoan, you go get those guys. Those guys that can be able to bench the whole house. That's who you need. You know what I'm saying? And you'll feel real comfortable about having a player like him or a couple other guys to be able to have that defensive line right so they can be able to have those linebackers wrong guys.
Mhm. And listen, I like Siaki and I like Mozzie too, but there's a very good chance that both of them fall to the second round. That's why I'm not concerned about moving up for them.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about for second round. Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely would. Yeah, I'll take either one of them second round, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't necessarily want to move too far back because for the guy I take in the first round, I still want that 5th year option.
Mm-hmm.
I still want that flexibility and like hell, like there's some guys in the first round. I don't think like the top end in the first round for like wide receiver and tight and not tight end. I'm there sure don't want to take no tight end, but
Yeah.
for like
Oh
tackle.
yeah, you're not going tight end. Hey, look, bro, I was talking about that too, man. Cause hey, look, man, I'm not trying to let it get down to the point where if that does happen, it's gonna catch us off guard. So I want us to be able to talk about this. We got to talk about this because we know how Jerry and them go. They'll catch us with a little monkey wrench, bro. Just
Man,
throwing that out there.
we talked about it in depth. What I mean? Like I understand it's a possibility, but I also broke down why it hasn't worked in a decade. You know what I mean? Even with the Dallas Cowboys history, they have not taken a tight end since 1997 in the first round.
That don't mean that they won't ever do it though.
And hey, listen, they don't need to do that shit. I
Yeah,
mean,
I
this the
feel
track
you.
this the track record around it, right? The only person people keep bringing up to me is Kyle Pitts, and Kyle Pitts has played, way more wide receiver in the NFL than he has tight end. And you look, his
Mhm,
snap counts is like 600 to 108 to 181 for wide
mhm,
receiver, slot, X, outside, whatever. Wherever they line him up in wide receiver position to 181 as an actual tight end, and he's been in the
mhm,
league 2 years. So you're trying to tell me he only averaging like 90 snaps at tight end each year. Then
mhm.
you look at other guys. You look at shit. who else is really a first round tight end that has panned out? 'Cause a lot of these guys, you
Not,
know, you can't think of
it's
one.
not a lot, bro.
O,
You gotta
o,
think long
o,
and hard about it.
OJ Howard didn't turn out. Hurst ain't Hurst is on this 15 with,
Yeah,
with
yeah.
former first round pick. So
Yeah, but when I think about guys like Michael Mayer, like just being with the Cowboys and I'm just trying to foresee it. You know what I'm saying? Us Cowboys fans, we got to foresee stuff sometimes. And when you foresee it, you look at it and be like, man, they're going to get him involved. They're going to do all they possibly can to make this guy successful. That's the thing. If he can be able to block well, you can be a bully out there. That yak guy, then they might consider it, but I'm not. We're talking about it, but that's not saying that that's the only thing. I want us to go defensive line or offensive line. That's number one. But it's been a lot of rumors out there, so it's good to break it down. We got to keep in mind that Dallas love to go out there and go get a team captain like Zach Martin or a Jalen Smith, two guys that came from Notre Dame. So just keep that in mind because that's the same thing that Michael Mayer was, and don't want to catch us off guard. But I believe that trenches matters first, and that's what's going to allow us to be able to take that next step in the playoffs when the games really matter.
yeah, listen, I understand there's a possibility that it could happen. You know what I'm saying? That Jerry Jones does shit that I don't agree with all the time. And I just also want to throw this out there to my guy, Cameron Milligan.
Shout out to Cameron.
He said, my one argument why we might take one because Mike McCarthy loves tight ends in his system. Okay, well, let me also throw this out there for you. The wide receiver, and I know that it was not actually his system, but the wide receiver that had the most production while Mike McCarthy was a head coach in a single season was Dalton Schultz. Dalton Schultz, 800-yard season was the most production that he ever had from the tight end position. His high in Green Bay was like 700 or something. You know what I mean? So, yeah, like people say that Mike McCarthy really likes his tight ends, but there's been numerous seasons in Mike McCarthy's tenure where his lead tight end has had under 400 yards. So, no, this really depends on the health of the tight end. It depends on the wide receiver he has. It just depends on who's out there. Like Mike McCarthy is a true West Coast guy. If he got 4 dog-ass wide receivers, then the tight end is not going to eat like that. So It's also going to depend on who's here. If Jordan Addison is there, like you would prefer Mike McCarthy to take him because he has a track record of making it work with 4 wide receivers. When they won the Super Bowl.
Hey, great point. That's when they had they were stacked over there with
They had Donald Driver, they had Greg
James Jones,
they had the Jones boy, and they had Jordy Nelson.
Yeah, they was nasty. You know what I'm saying? So that's why we're talking about wide receiver and stuff like that. But the best talent, guys, we got to get the best player, somebody that can make a difference. I mean, you want things to be a future pick. Like if they pick a tackle, they're picking for the future, but we want to pick for now because look at these contracts that we got going forward. It's so much that's going on, and it's time for this team to win now. There's no excuses when it comes down to the Dallas Cowboys. We have the talent, but we have to just fix a couple of little more things up. West Coast offense, hopefully that can be able to do something, giving the guys the ball quickly, letting those guys make plays. The defensive line, this will be like the third or fourth year with Dan Quinn. That's good. We kept him. Just keep bringing guys in, man. Chemistry matters, and that's how we're going to be able to get to where we need to be.
Yeah, indeed, man. And listen, I'm glad that we do got, a lot of returning pieces to this team. There were points in time we didn't think we were going to keep Donovan Wilson. You know what I mean? And with the fact that we don't really have a superb linebacking core, that was big because he plays a lot of big nickel. He had over 100 tackles. He had like 5 sacks. Like he was basically playing a linebacker role for you from the safety spot. So, that was a big
I like him a lot, bro. He's a beast. Man, hey, chat box, let me know how much y'all respect Donovan Wilson, the guy that goes in there and sets the tone when we really need him to. It's so good to have a player like him, somebody that can just roam and just be that difference maker. And, setting the tone is everything on the defensive side of the ball, man, because that can dictate games, and that's what it's all about for that.
Oh, yeah, no doubt, man. I got a lot of respect for our entire safety room, man. You look at a guy like J-Ron Curse. I was saying that Donovan Wilson should have made the All-Pro team this year. Well, the year before, I think J-Ron Curse should have made it. I just don't think they got big enough names to get enough votes. You know what I mean? But, I definitely like them in the roles they play. Dan Quinn has put a lot of guys in position to get some money. So, I'm glad that he was able to stick around.
Hey, shout out to my man Cameron. He said, I definitely want to try to get a Jordan Addison because he can light defenses up we play him right. Hey, most definitely, most definitely. I'm telling you, man, I'm going crazy. And if he does, he's coming on the show. And my man HTM is coming. You're gonna be there with me, right? HTM. If it
Of course,
happens,
man.
HTM.
Yeah, if it
You
helps,
know what I'm
if
saying?
it happen, man, you know I'm gonna rock with you, my boy.
You know, you my dog, man. You my dog. Shout out to DP Johnson. Shout out to Desmond Iron Man. I haven't seen him before. Shout out to you, man. What's going on, brother?
Yeah, man, it's my boy right there, Desmond, man. Appreciate you tapping in, man. Oh shit. So what about you? I was completely against moving back. Like, what would you move back for, and what's a possible trade up scenario for you? Like, choose the player you would trade up for. But before that, tell me like how far back you would move it if that was something you thought they could do.
Okay, so if we were to move back, like I would want to move back if there's a team that's out there that's flirting and trying to give away a defensive tackle or maybe like an offensive tackle or offensive guard. If he's solid, you know what I'm saying, possibly we can move back. I say maybe like 10 spots, you know what I mean, because guys like Mozzie Smith could possibly be there. So if we move back to pick 36, let's just say, for example, you know what I mean, then we gain an extra fourth or we gain a defensive tackle because of it. You know what I mean? It's a one technique or something. Then that gives us, we can go out there and go get ourselves an offensive lineman, offensive tackle. You might see guys like Jalen Hyatt. I don't know how much you like Jalen Hyatt, but he could possibly be there. Drew Sanders can be one of the guys that fall in if he's there. Will McDonald, he's another guy. If he's not drafted, if DQ wants this guy, we've been hearing a lot about him. Very bendy, very explosive. I think he weighed like 235 pounds. Not the biggest guy, but he's a super athletic guy. If you can be able to trade back, gain more picks, then we might be looking for a pass rusher or somebody in the trenches.
Yeah. And this is a very interesting comment by my boy Jason Garrett. He said, we got the worst defensive tackles in the NFC. We got to fix that. And that's harsh, but it's actually true when you look at the Giants. Even the Giants got Dexter Lawrence. Like they got some dogs over there, man. Everybody got some dogs, so that's true.
Yeah, they got some bullies over there, but I don't think. I mean, we're not too bad. I like Osa a lot, guys. I like Osa because I'm big on guys that have a wrestling background. Guys that can be able to create separate or can be able to create leverage and be powerful. That is very, very big. But he's mainly the 3 technique, but we just need to get that 1 technique right. But if you can be able to get another guy that can be that 3 technique, it's hard to pass up on guys like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, listen, I think 1 tech is the way to go because everybody else is really undersized, except for really like Quinn Bohannon and big Jonathan Hankins. And really with Bohannon, he didn't play too good last year, man. He started off pretty decent, but he ain't played too good down the stretch, man. So
he gonna have to step up. Hey, Henny, he gonna have to step up. You know what I'm saying? We ain't waiting on him. You know what I'm saying? He does have the size, but let's see if he get about that action.
I say it's make or break, man, because like listen, and this is what year 3 for him. This is the year where he gonna have to put it together. This thing can swim.
Yeah,
he's one of the guys. I think he's just like Michael Gallup. I think if he does not have a successful year this season, I don't think there's gonna be a spot for him. No after this. Especially that they go out and get a Mozzie Smith or a Siaki Ika. You know what I mean? Like where do you fit in this, Big Queen? You gonna have to mark your territory.
See, that's the thing, man. Like that's why I say, just keep going at it regardless of position, because usually when you do that, wide receiver position, defensive tackle position, you bring in more bullies, bring in more alpha dogs. Maybe that might bring out the best in Bohanna. We all know the NFL is not for long, so keep bringing in talent, special players, and that makes it better for everybody on the team, bro.
Facts over facts. All right, so we talked about moving back. Who would you move up for?
Move up.
Don't even name the position. I want you to stamp this. Who you want to move up for? Give me a name. Man, don't even give me a position.
Hey, look, man. If only person that I'm actually like. Let me ask you one quick question. Then, how do you feel about Peter Skronsky?
I don't think he's better than some of these other tackles. I think
that's why, because I know you like Paris Johnson.
Yeah, I don't, and I'm not saying he's bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just think that there's a chance, that Broderick Jones might even be better. There's a
Yeah,
chance.
yeah, there's a chance, right? So, the question is, how comfortable is Dallas with that whole Jalen Carter situation?
Ooh.
That's the thing. That's the thing. That's what it comes down to, because I know he got that crazy situation going on, guys, but this dude is a alpha dog. Straight up. Straight up. And if everything works out with that guy, I mean, he'll be beating up on the division for years to come. I mean, 3 technique, 1 technique. This guy does absolutely everything, and it will change everything on our defensive line. If they can be able to check, if all the boxes check with a player like Jalen Carter, if it's right, I don't know if it's going to be, but at the same time, if it's right, but bruh, I am moving up to go get him. And I'm a little torn because I just don't know what's going on with this situation. He's kind of hot. He's kind of hot. Shout out to you though, man. Shout out to my man Double R. What's good, bro? What's going on, man? What's going on, y'all? Florida Cowboy, Jason Garrett, man. That's the real Jason Garrett.
Man, my boy been here dropping gems. I'll be asking myself that sometimes. Like, hold on now.
Horses, baby. Yeah, man. Man, it's always good getting on live with you, bro. You always bring good energy, man. All the time. Everybody.
Hey, I tried, man. Gotta make it fun, man. Sit here talk football. Hey, it's a Sunday. I'm an old ass man, man. My birthday was just yesterday.
Man, you ain't old, man. You ain't old.
Man, I'm granddaddy, boy.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Okay. Crazy, hey, bro, you look young on camera, man. That's crazy, man. That's why it's good to spend Sundays with Cowboys Nation and hear their opinion on things, because it's a lot of rumors that get spread, and some people might have some sources.
Yeah, of course, man. It's always good to sit back and have communion with the guys, man. Just out here showing love, talking about some football.
Yeah,
out the way. Matter of fact, man, like I don't know. Like what do you think about the boy though? The tackle you missing, Skorsky, Skinsky, and the boy from Northwestern.
I mean, the guy can be able to play the guard position and he can be able to play the tackle position. I mean, the dude is about that action, and he might be one of the cleaner offensive linemen in the draft. And sometimes, like, the people that's played football all their life, you can just see players sometimes. And when I look at this guy, I just think about Zach Martin. I just get Zach Martin vibes. You can just see players like that. That's saying a lot, but I can just tell that this type of dude, the type of play, he's one of those guys that can he's physical, you know what I mean? And you need that, but just naming a guy, that's why I just wanted to know what you thought about him, when you're talking about trading up and stuff like that, because they've been raving about him.
Oh yeah, man. I think he's a good player, but I just don't think that he is like that. And listen, I'm a guy that likes, and this is not always the best way to go about it, right? It's not always the best way to go about it. But the level of competition you're going up against also matters to me when I'm looking at a left tackle. Like, damn, like he looked great out there. He pushed them boys into the stands, but he's out there playing against dudes that are going to be CDL truck drivers and PE coaches and shit. So
hey, like, look, it ain't nothing wrong with the CDLs, man.
Hey, nothing wrong with it. I'm just saying, like, this man is playing a dude that's gonna have a dead body in about 5 months, because he ain't gonna be doing no football work. But I'm just saying, like,
I feel you.
When you look at Jones, he played against SEC front sevens, went to 2 championship games, was starting back to 2 championship games. So he's battle tested. You look at Perry Johnson Jr. He been going to the college playoffs and playing in a better conference than the boy at Northwestern. So that's the only thing I wanted to say about
the competition. Yeah. So what we did was my last live stream, right? Shout out to my man the Lunatic. We did do a 3-round mock draft, and the draft got it was a little tight, you know what I'm saying? Because the first round, the way the draft fell, we picked up Quentin Johnson, you know what I'm saying? This was like the fans type of mock. I wanted to do it for Sunday, so we did pick up Quentin Johnson. Then the second round, Drew Sanders fell to us, and then the third round, we picked up that tackle from Syracuse, Matt Bergeron. I think I can't pronounce his last name, Bergeron. But what you think about that? Drew Sanders, Quentin Johnson, and Matt Bergeron for the tackle position. It was a tight draft, but we pounded the table for those players. You know what I'm saying? And we got it done in the chat. You know what I'm saying? What you
So,
think?
so let's see. So if that were to actually happen at the draft, I don't think I would leave there mad. You know what I mean? Like I don't think because I told landlord that then we're gonna have to go to jail. I'm gonna be incarcerated in Kansas City, Missouri if they pick a tight end and do something stupid. So they don't have to. My wife ain't got to drive 8 hours to get me out of jail or nothing. So I think that would be a fine pick.
Yeah.
Quit. I definitely respect him. As a player, he's one of the only true good outside wide receivers in this draft. Drew Sanders, I got love for him because I'm an Arkansas fan. I seen him. I think it would have been a reach at 26, but I definitely think in the second round, he's played well enough to do that. Like I said, he only had 1 year of production doing that. He was a former defensive end, got converted to outside linebacker. So I'm fine with taking a chance on an athlete with a second round pick.
Second round pick, if he falls to you, bro, I think you have no other choice. And my thing is with the same thing that I was saying on my live stream, like when you have a player that can be able to rush the passer, he's smart enough to be a green dot guy. You know what I'm saying? He can roam sideline to sideline, read and diagnose plays. But any player that used to play for Alabama, you should already know what you're getting out of this guy. He transferred because I think it was a 5-star recruit that was coming in, so he wasn't going to get that much burn on the field. But he came to y'all team, man, and hey, look, that dude's good, man.
He's good. Like he's
want to see more from him,
man. You know what I'm saying? I need to see more from him. You know what I'm saying? And he had very limited, snaps to play middle linebacker. We got a guy named Bumper Poole who was the Arkansas all-time leader in tackles. He's our primary middle linebacker guy. But he's a very good athlete, man. He's a good pass rusher. He can get after the quarterback. He can play outside linebacker good enough to hold the edge. So I like him. You know what I'm saying? But I just didn't think I just didn't foresee it being wise to use pick number 26 at him because I don't want it to be a 1-year wonder type of thing because he didn't have any kind of real snaps at Alabama either. No, he was pretty much warming the bench. So, that's the only reason you can be hesitant with a guy like that. But athletically and the production he had this one season.
It was beautiful. Hey, shout out to Jason Garrett too. He said Matt Waleschko going to contribute this year. Shoulder injury killed his rookie year. Yeah, hey, he could be one of those guys, and that's going to really help us. I mean, that's the thing. How much do they actually really like this player? Jerry Jones mentioned him playing at the guard position. It kind of threw me off, but you don't want to just throw all your chips on one player that hasn't even sniffed NFL the field yet. So you want to keep drafting guys in. If he works out for us, I think we might have something. That'll be really good if he can be one of those guys that can get some burn on the field, bro, and compete.
Yeah. And listen, like he should have an inside track, to get some more playing time. Like he had an off season, in an NFL program. It's gonna be year 2 for him. He's been around vets. If I'm not mistaken, he didn't train with Big Duke too. So he should have taken a step in his development. So if it's really just the injury that was holding him up, he might be able to come in and
that'll be special. That'll be special. So it's going to definitely be good, man. I can't wait. It's so exciting. Just want to see which direction that they go, and then after that we can go from there.
Indeed, brother. But yo, guys, hey, I've been on here about an hour and some change, about an hour 11. So I appreciate my brother JC Cowboy for jumping on with me, showing love for about 35, 40 minutes with us. I appreciate you rocking the liquor store. Hey, tell everybody who hasn't tapped in yet.
Man, y'all can find me on JC Cowboys Network. The letter J, letter C, Cowboys Network. We bringing in fire breakdowns. We got the JC Lounge. A lot of love over there, man. We talk Cowboys football. You can find me there on Facebook as well, JC Cowboys Network. And much love to y'all, man. And everybody that's on my side, when y'all see this, make sure y'all subscribe to my man HTM. He is the man, and we getting this thing going, y'all. Cowboys Nation.
Indeed, man. And for everybody that don't know, man, this is your boy Hennythemoor reporting live from the liquor store. If you want to tap in with the content, man, it's HTM Sports on YouTube, Hennythemoor on Facebook, man. And I always tell my people, man, to drink and drive responsibly. But if you're an Eagles fan in the middle of the road, you have my permission to run that goofy. But hey, man, I appreciate y'all for rocking with us, man. We're gonna be
All
back.
right.